Seems kind of silly I'm up here, that's all, but
Bill, how would you define folk music?
how did I define
How would you
music?
define folk music?
As a constitutional replay of mass production.
Do you call your songs folk songs?
No.
Are protest songs folk songs?
I guess if they're a constitutional replay of mass production.
Do you prefer songs with a subtle or obvious message?
With a what?
A subtle or obvious message.
I don't really prefer those kind of songs at all. A message, you mean like, what song with a message?
Well, like Eve of Destruction and things like that.
Do I prefer that to what?
I don't know, but your songs are supposed to have a subtle message.
Subtle message?
Well, they're supposed to.
Where'd you hear that?
In a movie magazine.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Well, we don't discuss those things here.
Are your songs ever about real people, like, occasional poetry?
Sure they are. They're all about real people.
Particular one?
Particular people? Sure. I'm sure you've seen all the people in my songs at one time or another.
Who's Mr. Jones?
Mr. Jones, I'm not going to tell you his first name. I get sued.
What does he do for a living?
He's a pin boy. He also wears suspenders.
Can you explain your attraction as a performer and a writer?
Attraction to what?
Your attraction, your popularity, your mass popularity.
No. I really have no idea. That's the truth. I always tell the truth. That is the truth.
What are your own personal hopes for the future, and what do you hope to change in the world?
Oh, my hopes for the future, to be honest, I don't have any hopes for the future, and I just hope to have enough boots to be able to change them. That's all, really. It doesn't boil down to anything more than that. If it did, I would certainly tell you.
What do you think of a question and answer session of this type with you as the principal
Well,
subject?
I think we all have different. I think I dropped an ash on myself somewhere. Oh, well, you'll see in a minute here what happens. I'm not going to say anything about it, though. What was the question?
What are you thinking about right now?
Thinking about this ash.
Right before that.
Huh? This ash is creeping up on me somewhere. I've lost touch with myself, so I can't tell where exactly it is.
Was that an inadvertent evading of the question?
No,
about
I didn't.
What you feel about meetings of this kind, question and answer sessions?
Oh, no.
where you are the
I
subject?
just know in my own mind that
You
we
think
all
they're
have a different idea of all the words we're using. So I don't really have too much. I really can't take it too seriously because we're reading. Like if I say the word house, like we're both going to see a different house. If I just say the word, right? So we're using all these other words, like mass production and moving magazine. We all have a different idea of these words too. So I don't really know what we're saying here.
Why do you bother right?
No, it's not pointless. If you want to do it, and you're there, it's not pointless. No, it doesn't hurt me any.
You just said it.
Is there anything in addition to your songs that you want to say to people?
Good luck.
Then,
You don't say that in your songs.
Oh yes, I do. Every song tails off with good luck. I hope you make it.
why? I couldn't hit most of what you
Who are
said.
you? Get camera on this person over here.
What do you bother to write the poetry for if we all get different images? And we don't know what you're talking
Oh,
about
because I've got
anyway?
nothing else to do, man. Huh?
A rhyme for orange.
I didn't hear that.
A rhyme for orange.
A rhyme for orange? Just a rhyme for orange?
Is it true that you were censored from singing on the Ed Sullivan Show because they wouldn't let
I'll
you
tell you
sing
the
what you
rhyme in a
wanted to?
minute, man. What?
Did they censor you from singing what you wanted to on the Ed Sullivan Show?
Yes. It was a long time ago.
What did you want to sing?
I don't know. It was some song which I wanted to sing, and they said I could sing. It's more to it than just censorship there. They actually said I could sing the song, but when we went through the rehearsal of it, guy came back afterwards and says that I said I have to change it. And he said, can't you sing some folk song like the Clancy Brothers do? And I didn't know any of their songs, and so I couldn't be on the program. That's what it came down to.
Have you found that the texts of the interviews with you, which have been published, are accurate to the actual conversations?
No. No, that's another reason for I don't really give press interviews or anything, because, I mean, even if you do something, there are a lot of people here so they know what's going on, but like if you just do it with one guy or a few guys, they just take it all out of context, They just take it, split it up in the middle, or just take what they want to use, and they ask you a question and you answer it, and then it comes out in print that they just substitute another question for your answer. That makes you just sound like the way it's not really truthful, to do that kind of thing. So I just don't do it. That's just a press problem there.
You
Which
think the entire text of your news conference today should be printed in the paper?
oh no, nothing like that, nothing like that. But this is just for the interviews. When they do want interviews in places like Omaha or in Cincinnati, man. I don't do it, and then they write bad things.
Well, isn't this partly because you're often inaudible, like for most of this dialogue or monologue, you have been inaudible, and now when you're touched personally by the misquotation, your voice rises, and
Oh,
we
yeah.
can hear you.
Yeah, well, I just realized that maybe the people in the back there can't hear me. That's all.
I was going to ask you whether you're, in your songs you sing out.
Yes, I
pretty-
do.
And whether in your conversation
Well, the songs are what I do.
cultivate-
You see, the songs, though, is what I do.
Yeah.
Is write the songs and sing them, and perform them. That's what I do. The performing part of it could end, but I'm going to be writing these songs and singing them on records for, I see no end right now. That's what I do. Anything else just interferes with it. I mean, anything else trying to get on top of it, making something out of it, which it isn't, it just brings me down, and it's just makes it seem all very cheap.
Well, it made me feel like you were almost doing a kind of penance of silence here.
No,
For the first
I'm not one of
part,
those
no?
kind of people at
You
all.
don't need silence.
No silence. It's always silent where I am.
Mr. Dillon, when you're on a concert tour, how many people travel in your party? Do you travel alone, or do you have
We travel with about 12 people now.
Do the number of people seem to go with the amount of money you're making?
I didn't hear that?
The number of people seem to increase as you make more money.
Oh, yes, of course.
Is that known as Dylan's
Why do you
Law?
need so many people when you travel on
Well,
this
we have the
concert?
band. We have 5 in the group, and we need other things. It's a lot of electronic equipment now, a lot of different things which have to be taken care of, so we need a lot of people. We have 3 road managers and things like that. We don't make any big public presentations, though. Like, we never come into town in the limousines or anything like that. We just go from place to place, and do the shows, that's all.
You fly in your own plane? Do you have a private
Yes,
plane?
yes. What?
Do you have to get in a certain type of mood to write your music?
Yeah, I guess so. A certain type of mood, if you want to call it that.
Do you find that you're perhaps more creative at a certain time of the day?
Yes, yes, I feel that way.
Like a night writer?
I wouldn't say night has anything to do with it.
Have you ever sung with the Beatles?
No. Well, I think we may have messed around in London, but I don't think anything serious.
Were you ever to play a dance?
Huh?
Were you ever to play for people to dance?
No. It's not that kind of music.
It is.
Well, what can I say? You must know more about the music than I do. How long have you been playing it?
Do you find that when you're writing, yes. Do you find that when you're writing that you sort of free associate often? You just let your
No,
mind
it's all
go?
very clear and simple to me. These songs aren't complicated to me at all. I know what they all are all about. There's nothing hard to figure out for me. I wouldn't write anything I can't really see.
I didn't mean it that way. I meant that when you're creating a song, are you doing it more or less at a sort of a subliminal level where you're letting your mind just flow?
No, my
Or
mind goes like that
you're
whether I was
very
writing or
conscious
not.
of each step, each word?
No. No, that's the difference in the songs I write now in the past year or so. The last year and a half, maybe two, I don't know. But the songs before, up till one of those records, I don't know. I wrote the fourth record in Greece.
I was thinking
So there
of
was a
that
change
one,
there. But the records before that, I used to know what I wanted to say before I used to write the song, you see. All the stuff which I had written before, which wasn't song, which is on a piece of toilet paper when it comes out like that, that's the kind of stuff I never would sing because people would, I know people just would not be ready for it. But I just went through that other thing of writing songs, and I couldn't write like it anymore. It was just too easy, and it wasn't really right. I would start out, I would know what I wanted to say before I wrote the song, and I would say it, And it never really would come out exactly the way I thought it would, but it came out, it touched it, But now, I just write a song, like I know that it's just going to be all right, And I don't really know exactly what it's all about, but I do know the minute and the layers of what it's all about.
What do you think about your song, It's All Right, Ma, I'm Only Bleeding? That happens to be my favorite one.
God bless you, son.
No.
I haven't heard it for a long time. I couldn't even sing it for you, probably.
How long did it take you to write?
It's usually not too long time, really. I might write all night and get one song out of a lot of different things I write. How many have I written? I guess, there's one publisher that's got about 100. I've written about 50 others, I guess. I got about 150 songs I've written.
Have they all been published?
No. Some of the scraps haven't been published. But I find I can't really sing that anyway because I forget it, So the songs I don't publish, I usually do forget.
Are you going to eventually take these scraps, as you call them, and make
No,
them
I've
into
forgotten
complete
the
songs?
scraps. I have to start over all the time. I can't really keep notes or anything like that.
But you can't go back to any earlier things
No,
and use them in your...
No, that wouldn't be right either. Yeah, if it happens, That was a very, are you the same cat that was sitting over there?
On your songs, do you get any help from the rest of your entourage?
What?
Do you get any help from the group that you play with, or do you write your songs by yourself?
Robbie, the lead guitar player, sometimes we play the guitars together. Something might come up where I know it's going to be right. We just sitting around playing, so I can write up some words. I don't get any ideas though, to any kind of ideas of what I want to, what's really going to happen here.
Why do you think you're so popular?
I don't know. I'm not a reporter. I'm not a newsman or anything. I'm not even a philosopher. I have no idea. I would think other people would know, but I don't think I know. You know, when you get too many people talking about the same thing, it tends to clutter up things, so I just... Everybody asks me that, so I realize they must be talking about it, so I'd rather stay out of it and make it easier for them. And when they get the answer, I hope they tell me.
Has there been any more booing when you played electric
Oh, there's
guitar?
booing. You can't tell where the booing's going to come up. Can't tell at all. It comes up in the weirdest, strangest places. And when it comes up, it's quite a thing in itself.
Where is Desolation Row?
I figure there's a little boo in all this. What?
Where is Desolation Row?
I didn't hear you.
Where is Desolation Row?
Where?
Yeah.
Oh, that's someplace in Mexico. It's across the border. It's noted for its Coke factory. Coca-Cola machines sell a lot of Coca-Cola down there.
Where's Highway 61?
Highway 61 it exists. That's out in the middle of the country. Runs down to the south, goes up north.
Mr. Dillon, you seem very reluctant to talk about the fact that you're a popular entertainer, and you're a most popular entertainer.
Well, what do you want me to say?
Well, I don't understand why you
well, what do you want me to say?
what do you
want me to say about it?
Well, you seem almost embarrassed to admit that you're to talk about.
Well, I'm not
the fact that you're
embarrassed. I mean,
extremely
you know, what do you want exactly me to say? You want me to jump up and say hallelujah and crash the cameras and do something weird? Tell me. I'll go along with you. If I can't go along with you, I'll find somebody to go along with you.
No, but I find it, you really have no idea as to why you, or no thoughts on why you're popular. That's what interests me on it.
I just haven't really struggled for that. I don't, it happened, you know? It happened like anything else happens. Just a happening. You don't figure out happenings. You dig happenings, so I'm not going to talk about
Do you
it.
feel that part of the popularity is because of an identification of your audience with you or with what you're saying or what you've been writing about?
I have no idea. I don't really come too much in contact.
Does it make life more difficult?
No, it certainly doesn't.
Were you surprised the first time the booze came?
Yeah, that was at Newport. Well, I did this very crazy thing. So, you know, I mean, I didn't really know what was going to happen. But they certainly booed, I'll tell you that. You could hear it all over the place. I don't know who they were, though. And I'm certainly whoever it was, did it, you know, loud, twice as loud as they normally would. They kind of quieted down some at Forest Hills, although they did it there too. They've done it just about all over, except in Texas, and they didn't boo us in Texas or in Atlanta or in Boston or in Ohio. They've done it just about, or in Minneapolis. They didn't do it there, but they've done it a lot of other places. I mean, they must be pretty rich to be able to go someplace and boo. I couldn't afford it if I was in their shoes.
Other than the booing, if the audience has changed, I mean, you get screaming, you get people rushing to the stage.
No,
The Beatles and-
sometimes you get people rushing to the stage, but you just, you know, turn them off very fast. Kick them in the head or something like that. They get the picture.
Going back to what you said a minute ago about not really being concerned and not really knowing why you are in the midst of this popularity. That's in direct opposition to what most people who reach this level of popularity say, and I am
Well,
popular
you
because
see, a lot
they
of
feel
people,
with me.
a lot of
so-
people start out and they try to be stars. I would imagine, like, however they have to be stars. I mean, I know a lot of those people, you know, and they start out and they go into show business for many, many reasons to be seen, you know. I started out, you know, like had nothing to do with it when I started. I started from New York City, you know, and there just wasn't any of that around. It just happened, you know. So
don't misunderstand me. I agree with your right not to have to care. My point is that it would be somehow somewhat disappointing to the many people who think that you feel towards them the way they feel towards you, and that's the reason for your popularity. That's what they think.
Well, I don't want to disappoint anybody. I mean, tell me what I should say here.
Good, I'm with you.
Huh?
Fine.
You know, I'll certainly go along with anything, but it's, I really don't have much of an idea.
You have a poster there, does that denote
Yes,
your-
this poster somebody gave to me. It looked
I
pretty
did.
good. Jefferson Airplane, John Handy, Quintet, and Sam Thomas, and Mystery Trend, and The Great Society are all playing at Fillmore Auditorium Friday, December 10th, and I would like to go if I could. But unfortunately, I won't be here, I don't think, but if I was here, I certainly would be there.
Do you tour in the South?
Yeah.
What's more important to you, the way that your music and words sound, or the content, the message of the work?
The whole thing while it's happening, the whole total sound of the words, what's really going down is it either happens or it doesn't happen, you know. That's what I feel is just the thing which is happening there at that time. That's what we do, you know. That is the most important thing. There really isn't anything else. I don't know if I've answered your question.
Well, you mean it might happen one time and might not happen the next time with the same song?
Oh, yeah, we've had some bad nights, you know. But, well, we always take good cuts for the record. The records are always made on good cuts, and in person it just, most of the time it does come across. Most of the time I do feel like, you know, playing. That's important to me. The aftermath, or whatever happens before and after, is not really important to me. Just the time on the stage and the time that we're singing the songs and performing them. Or not really performing them, even just letting them be there.
Bob, we promised to spring you at a certain
Yeah,
time,
what time?
which is now, it's now 2 o'clock.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
All right.
I'd like, incidentally, to suggest that Mary Ann Pollard explain the
Okay, I'll do my right here.
Are they all sellouts, Mary Ann, or what is the thing?
No, not quite.
Bob Dylan's press conference was videotaped in the studios of KQED San Francisco on Friday, December 3rd, 1965. The program was produced for KQED by the critic and jazz columnist Ralph J. Gleason.
Huh? No. You don't need to call. No. Where you'll go from there. You know where it is? No. It's very close to where you sit.
You makes me
Nobody asking where the party is. I was so tempted to get up and say, where's the party?
You want to go?
That's what everyone wants.
You want to change these for better tickets?
Oh, you got Alex. Oh, we're off.